Hello children, now today we'll discuss about the kinematic equation for the uniformly accelerated bodies. This equation helps us to derive the relation between velocity, time, acceleration and displacement of a body during its motion. As we know, the kinematic equations are depending upon the three quantities. One is the displacement, another is the velocity and third is the time. So we have three types of equation here. First is the velocity time equation, second is distance time equation and third one is velocity distance equation. Velocity time equation is known as first equation of motion, this one is the distance time equation and third one is the velocity distance equation. We'll go to derive this equation according to graphical method. So we are going for graphical method. Graphical method. This is the x-axis and this is the y-axis, and we are presenting it on velocity time equation. So let a body start to move with some initial velocity with an uniform acceleration at time t. Suppose it has attained the final velocity v. Here initial velocity we have not taken as 0 because velocity means the body is in the condition of motion, and if it is in motion it can't be 0 because 0 means the body at rest. So we have taken initial velocity as not 0. So we can explain it that let a body start to move with some initial velocity with an uniform acceleration a, it has attained the final velocity v. So acceleration of the body equal to final velocity minus initial velocity by time interval. Here time interval means the time taken to attain the velocity of v from velocity u. So we may write it a equal to v minus u by t. So there v minus u we can write as at or v equal to u plus at. So this is the first equation. What is the significance of this equation? This equation helps to find the final velocity of a body if the body is starting with some initial velocity and moving with some uniform acceleration in time interval t. So this equation helping us to find the velocity of a body which is starting its motion with some initial velocity. Now we'll go for the second equation of motion, and that is distance time equation. We'll leave the graph as it is because this graph will help us to derive all the three equations. So there will be little modification in the graph, but the graph will not change in full scale. So we are keeping the graph as it is, and we are going for second equation, that is distance time equation. Distance time equation. Now, as the body is moving with some initial velocity and time t is also there, then definitely body has reached to some position. Just think of our vehicle only. We have started from our house and we are moving with some acceleration. Definitely will cover some distance. So how much any body, here we are not named the body, any body, how much distance it can cover. So on this graph we are going for some type of geometrical shape, and we are getting that we are having one triangle and one rectangle here. Now in case of a rectangle, the opposite sides are equal, so this one is also u and this one is also t. Now the velocity is defined into two parts. This is the velocity of starting and this is the velocity of final. So this much area will be the separation of v minus u, because this entire is v and up to here it's a u. So this height is v minus u. So let's name it O, A, B, C, D. Now we have two types of shape. One is a rectangle, another is a triangle. So the distance will be the sum of these two. area of these two. So same expression we'll write, and here we'll write distance covered by the body. Distance covered by the body. I think things are visible to you. I'm sorry. So distance covered will be the area of rectangle OABC plus area of triangle BAD. We are knowing the area of rectangle is length into breadth, that we are doing from our junior classes. So S equal to area of rectangle, that is OA into OC. What is the area of triangle? It's a right angle triangle, so it is half into base into altitude. So half base is AD and altitude is BD. Now OA is U and OC is T. Half AD is again this one T, and what will replace BD? V minus U. Now one thing we have to keep in mind, that in a equation, the equation is related with the two quantities. So here distance and time are the two quantities. Velocity is not the quantity. So we have to remove this velocity. How can we remove the velocity? As we are knowing that A equal to V minus U by T. So in place of V minus U, we may write AT. Yeah, we can write substituting. So finally we can write it's a UT plus half in place of this AT, and another T is there, so it's a AT square. So the equation is S equal to UT plus half AT square. What is the significance of this equation? This equation helps us to find the distance covered by body which is moving with some acceleration started with some initial velocity. Now our final equation will be the velocity distance equation. Again we are leaving the graph. Graph is required for the third case. Now the third equation is velocity distance equation. So it's the velocity distance equation. The same case, if we are ignoring the time, because I already have told the equation is based on two quantities. So if we are ignoring the time, that means we have to leave this safe. Time factor we are leaving. This is the abscissa of the graph, so we can't leave that. We have to keep it there, but we are leaving it here. So OAU is there and this time is. So leaving the time, the body will definitely cover the distance between these two positions. Anywhere the body can be, it depends upon the acceleration, it depends upon the initial velocity. So what is the distance covered by body? Now look this shape. This shape look like a trapezium. So in this case, the area will be, the distance covered will be the area of trapezium. So distance covered equal to area of trapezium. What is the OABC? And what is the area of trapezium? It is half into sum parallel side. Sum parallel sides. What are the parallel sides? OA and BC into the separation between them, or distance between them, or perpendicular distance between them. That is the OC. So S equal to half. What is OA? Again, it's a U. What is BC? Entire BC. That means it's a V. And what is OC? This is T. Just look, T is there, but we have not T in that condition. So we have to remove that T. How will remove? Again come to this area. A equal to V minus U by T. Then T equal to V minus U by A we can write. Yes. So S equal to half. It's U plus V or V plus U. And now it's V minus U by A. So 2a we are keeping in left hand side. So it's a 2as. We have brought this 2a to this s side. So it is multiplied. And now a plus b into a minus b. We have read a formula in algebra. That is a square minus b square. So finally what we have got? It's v square minus u square. So this is the third equation where it's a v square minus u square equal to 2as. So here we have derived all the three equations for kinematic equation for uniformly accelerated bodies. Now what my dear friend you have to do, you please try to write down these things in your note copy and please revise 3 to 4 times. One thing just you keep in the brain that when we are going to derive the equation based on two quantities. So if the third quantity is coming, that quantity you replace by the formula of acceleration. So deriving the things will become easier. I hope you will practice it in your house. Thank you.